blow-off sound. Woo! Welcome back, guys, and well, today this one's going to be about this motorcycle. It'll be quick. I already have some footage for the other stuff, but I wanted to get a little bit of work done on my personal bike because, well, I came across a little issue the last time I was at the drag strip. I actually didn't even record because my runs weren't great. They were actually pretty good, but they weren't great where I wanted them. Well, the bike has developed a little bit of a surge. Now, I would say it like a steady loss of power in certain RPMs and rev ranges. I want to go take a quick little ride, nothing long, so there's no engine damage that's gonna be happening. Maybe a wide open pull, maybe a half throttle pull. I wanna get some cruising in there and I'll show you where these surges are at. Because also it has developed a surge or that bogging during just cruising. So low, very low RPM in like first gear, second gear, it will, so like in the very low gears or even just cruising and low RPM, it'll start to just bog. I'm trying to mimic it. But anyways, that's what it'll do. And it will continue that until I start to apply boost. So once I apply some throttle and get some load on the engine, it's perfect. Now, again, I believe it's the spark plugs. I mean, plain and simple, I do believe it's the spark plugs because if they're not firing, I do get some lean issues on the air fuel gauge, okay? It'll say it's leaning out. That's an indication that either it's not getting enough fuel or the spark plug is not firing and the oxygen is still getting red passing through the exhaust. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and get on to it. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get geared up and then we're gonna go. All right. Ooh, already a good little surge. Don't worry about this mock-up. I'll be changing it. You will not be able to see any AFR changes because I disconnect the O2 sensor. We have RPM readout, throttle position, and boost pressure. So right now we're at 0.2 PSI of boost. It doesn't take much to build. See? All right, let's get on it, guys. Hopefully get some good footage and it does the same thing. All right. Yeah, it does not like cruising. You can hear it breaking up right now. Yep. Right when I get a little throttle, it's good to go. Now I do monitor my air-fuel ratios on my other gauge because I want to make sure things stay safe and don't don't hurt the engine any. Ooh, that blow-off sound. Oh, look, you hear that? A little bit of breaking up right there. And that's at what percent is throttle? Is that 4% throttle? So we're gonna go ahead and just make our way to the main street here. Woo! You gotta love that sound. You gotta love it. And there it is. So that's what I'm talking about. I gotta get that under. But once we apply boost, it's good. It loves it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make my way to some open area. Alrighty. And we'll just do a little bit of run. Check my air fuel ratio. See, that's running lean. Well, it's either running lean or the spark plugs, having a little trouble firing because it's at 14 right now with 1.8 PSI of boost. It's not horrible, but I'd like to be, richer. I'd like to be around the 13s with 2 PSI boost. So,
either the fuel is not getting in there or spark plug's not firing. But I highly doubt it's the fuel pump or the fuel system, because, you know, the higher RPMs it should be breaking up. You know, with a higher need for more fuel, it should break up even harder, but it doesn't. So it gets back into it and it goes. So we're gonna go ahead and actually we're gonna go straight. I know there's some roads over there. Dang, nice signal, buddy boy. All right, we're gonna go straight, and I know there's a road up here. I mean, it loves all that stuff. Has no problem doing all that junk. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip a Rooney up here. Just gotta make sure to watch out for that dust and sand. That would be a sucky way to go down. Quite embarrassing, really. All right. We're gonna go ahead and do a, I guess you could say a little run from just a dead stop, you know. And there it is, there's that surge. Just not sure what's going on there. I think it could be the spark plugs, and they're just not getting their, you know, their electrical current that they need to go ahead and fire. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and, you know, put it through its paces, though. Alright, well, I went ahead and I showed you guys the surge problem I'm dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and head back to the house. That's enough playing around.
And this is why I keep the center stand. It's really nice having this. Makes it so much more easier to work on, even at the track. All right, so what was once an easy job is now actually pretty tedious, the spark plug change. Now on this motorcycle, usually you would just have to kind of get in here to remove the coils and then get in the spark plugs. Well, now I have to disconnect the supercharger reservoir. I have to swing the radiator forward. I have to remove all this stuff so I can even get to the piping. Because yes, the piping blocks all that stuff in there, which is fun. So I have some stuff to disassemble so I can actually change the spark plugs. But I mean, that's the price you pay for wanting to go fast. More maintenance and harder to do the maintenance. Not looking forward to it, but plug change and O2 sensor change because it needs it bad. All right, let's get to it, guys. as dumb as it sounds, you have to remove the seat to change the spark plugs. Well, maybe not when it was stock, but with everything in place now for supercharger, this is what I gotta go through to, you know, change plugs. Not a big deal. Okay, now that we're done with these, I'm just gonna move these out of the way, and this is how I prop the tank up. Voila. So this is the pipe right in there that we need to disconnect, which is right here, and that way we have access to these spark plugs right in there. So let's get to it, guys. Man, there was a real pain in the aspirin. There was a real pain in the aspirin. Man, there was a real pain in the butt bolt right there. And if you've never done this before, are you really a mechanic? I mean, come on. This right here has saved so many people's butts and frustration. Yeah. But we got this piece off, which is the charge pipe. So we're gonna go ahead and add that to the pile of parts. All right, radiator undone. So now we have a little bit more room in there, minus this hose being in the way, to actually get in there and get to the plugs. See the ignition coils all the way through, and we're gonna go ahead and undo them so we can pop out the coils. So man, there's one, there's two. I'm gonna pop over to the other side. Actually, might be able to get the third one from here. Yep, there's three. Go on the other side and get the fourth one. And those wires that are exposed, which you probably can't see, but there they are. There's four. Oh, these are in there good. All right, and this is the final coil coming out. So now we can go ahead and get into here with, get the spark plugs out. Check them over, put the new ones in, make sure they're gapped correctly. I do not use stock gapping, I use a little bit smaller because of the boost. Other than that, we're going to go ahead and look at them, gap them, put them back in, and call it good. We have all four of these spark plugs out. So I mean, they do look pretty toasty. That orange tint that you see there is MMT from the boosting that I use to raise octane. It's the best thing I got. Minus race fuel, so that's what I use, and it does foul out plugs a little sooner than the average life of them. So, but you know, that's the price you pay for more horsepower. Not a big deal. These are actually 2 years old with probably about I don't know, 7,000 miles on them. So we got the new plugs in, and I torqued them to spec. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the coils in there. Alright, so with the tune-up of the spark plugs done, what I'm going to be doing is now throwing it all back together, but I don't need to be wasting your guys' time with that. So what I'm going to do is skip to it and have that all ready. But before I actually do that, I need to go get a haircut real quick. So I'm going to have that haircut, and this will be put back together here in a jiffy. So now that the bike is back together, I'm going to go ahead and go take that test ride. Hopefully the spark plugs did the trick, because if it didn't do the trick, there's probably some greater issues going on with this this bike. But the main thing is I want to go test ride it, make sure that that was the fix. I don't think it was a fuel pump. I don't think it was a map sensor. I'm not going to change the O2 sensor just yet. Okay, I'm gonna see if the plugs did the trick. If not, I'm gonna go ahead and take out the O2 sensor and then flip the auto tune map back in place, just to go ahead and make those minor corrections. I'm gonna also look at my map before I do that, but we're gonna go from there. All right, guys, let's go take that test ride.
I was worried it could be something else, but let's go ahead and just test slow. Yeah. Holy smokes! The power is back. Oh, all of it's back, baby. All right, let's be serious here, guys. I am happy with my results. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out to the little spot. Oh my goodness. Change the angle here. I'm gonna try to get it to where it's not gonna be acting right. I wanna, you know, there's a little break up right there. Oh, but it's not that bad. Oh my gosh, it's so lovely now. What is? What is? Is that a backpack? I don't know what that is. Man. This thing just gets up and goes. I mean, it did before, but you have to be on the bike to actually understand what I'm feeling right now. No copperoonies around me, nothing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and, ooh, got a storm coming in. I think you guys understand where I'm at right now. Yes, sir, you can. See, even if you notice my air-fuel ratios, even at this cruise right here, they're actually staying good now because all the fuel is actually being burnt, oxygen being burnt. Alrighty. Love it, love it, love it. Yes, that's absolutely fixed my issue. We're gonna go ahead and turn around. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick pull, boys. All right, the fun is done. So happy.
All right, guys, problem solved. I am so happy that it's just the spark plugs and nothing more serious, because if it wasn't the plugs, I was bound to think it was something even more internal. Anyways, so now that that's fixed, I'm gonna take it back to the track, hopefully get some better run times, some more seat time is always needed, and then you know, hopefully here in a little bit we're gonna go turbo with that thing. But for the raffle build, guys, all right, I have all the videos shot, I just have to edit it. So tomorrow and Friday I will be editing, and then I will have that out for you guys this weekend. All right, guys, for right now that is all I have, so I hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys this weekend. Later.